Are you f***ing kidding me? You have to be f***ing kidding me.
Speak like that.
You're gonna f*** my show up.
Speak like that.
All right, everyone, rise and shine. It is Merleworld card time, and you're watching the very world premiere of Merleworld After Dark. I hope y'all were able to watch Between Two Slabs earlier tonight. And if you all know, my guest tonight is the one only, I call him the king of oddball unique cards. He got me all into it, and he didn't even know it. His name is Flippin' Steve. Steve, good evening, and thank you so much for being my first guest ever on Merleworld After Dark. How you doing tonight on the East Coast? You holding up?
Yeah, I'm doing good. It's only 11:30, so, I'm used to casino hours anyway. I work some late nights. But you give me too much credit for being the king of oddball cards.
Why is that?
I have some, but, there's been lots of stuff pointed out to me as well, not from you. I always thought that you were the king of oddball cards. There's another content creator. Well, I don't know if he does YouTube that much, but a guy that I talk to on Instagram a lot, also named Yamwax. And Yamwax is another guy.
Yamwax.
Yamwax is another guy that really, helped me with some cards. Like if I'm looking for a certain specific card that I can't find, he has like a database of just awesome stuff. But yeah, and a lot of the stuff that was considered oddball, like I said earlier, when I used to call it oddball and outside the box type videos, it would more so be like, that stuff's not that odd anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you think about my shirt, Steve? For my premiere, I've got this one on. You need this
Prince.
one. Yeah. Look at that.
Is that the, When Doves Cry, I see the doves on there.
Mixed in with a little, sexy.
Yeah.
From the 79. Also, speaking of, I met a guy when I was at the Dallas Card Show, and his name's Scott, and he's, God, I forget the name of his company. It's right here. Oh, Next Gym. And he is into oddball cards like you and me. And he showed me that Prince card from 1979, Warner Brothers, promotion card. And there's also a set on there. Have you seen that? Steve, where'd you go? Come back, Steve. Okay, I don't know where Steve went, folks. We'll find him. Bring him back in. Steve, we lost him. He's going to come back, I think. There he is. We thought we lost you, big guy.
Oh, I thought I lost you. My fault.
No. It's okay. Don't worry.
Okay.
So I was saying, did you know about that 1979 Prince card from Warner Brothers?
The Warner Brothers card with the red border, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that card go actually graded in a nice grade one time. Now, I didn't know about the card. I accidentally found it. A lot of times when I look for music cards and I find some stuff, I will look through that seller's other items because the people who sell the oddball items tends to be what they specialize in. So if I find a nice music card that I'm specifically looking for and I find it, then I'll be like, oh man, I got to search their other items because they might have something else awesome that I didn't even know was out there.
Right. Yeah, the guy showed it to me on eBay, and I think it's going for $4,000 or $5,000 raw, but it looks like it's very chipped, especially since it has a red border. The reds look pretty chipped. And at the Dallas show, this guy came up to me on Saturday and bought my Randy Savage autograph card from Action Pack 94. He bought my autographed Betty White card. He bought one of my John Cena's. He bought all my Nintendo cards. Mm-hmm. He bought a lot of my Star Wars, my the cartoon Boba Fett.
Yeah. From
the 80s. He bought that one. It was a PSA 9. And these were all graded. And he showed me, he goes, you want to see what I have in my personal collection? I said, yeah, sure. Show me. And it was that Prince in a PSA 8. And I was like, well, do you want to trade for that? Because that's my holy grail. I love
He
Prince.
could have been the buyer because I saw that on eBay.
Maybe it was.
And I actually went in on some bids, and it, I guess it ended up going over $1,000. I can't remember. It's probably still in my watched history. I could probably find it, but because I found there was also, I believe, a Bob Marley card in the same set,
Yes.
and yeah, I didn't even know they existed. I actually found the Bob Marley card first because that's what I was looking for.
Right.
And then as I scanned his, he had a whole bunch of the Warner Brothers cards for sale also.
I've got to get my hands on that. I want that entire set, actually. So that's my holy grail. So if you ever see one, hit me up. Let me know.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
I
I'm
will.
dying for it. It's burning. It's burning my pocket, man. I got to get it. So, Steve, I heard you brought a cool Merleworld collection to show us tonight.
Well,
did you?
You said something about put together some of my 10 favorite cards, and I was just like, this is hard to do because first it's hard to do in a category. So I did it with sports, but then I also did it with, I guess what you could call oddball items. Most of it is music, actors.
I love it.
I got Tony Hawk in there, which is a sport actually, but I ran out of room in my sports cards to throw the Tony Hawk in there. So I throw the Tony Hawk. And this list was not easy. Like, I have so many cards that I like. I didn't even put none of the new stuff in there. I had 3 really cool items come today in the mail that were just dirt cheap stickers that I stumbled upon again because I just searched somebody's listings because I found one item that I wanted. Those real quick. And I just opened the package right before the last live stream, but I figured I would save them for this part of the show.
I love it. Thank you so much, man. I'm so honored.
Because in the stack of 10 is the Eddie Vedder card that you gave me, and that's not just because I'm on here with you. Now the Eddie Vedder is.
I know I've seen you on other shows, and I've been incognito, and I've seen you showed them on other shows.
So the Eddie Vedder's on there, but the Pearl Jam band photo isn't on there because I just found a Pearl Jam band sticker that I think is even cooler.
Yeah.
So this I picked up.
Ooh.
This is another.
Year is that?
This
That's
is
a Panini, right?
This is made in Italy, but this is made by a company called Modena. Modena Hit Parade, and it's just a cool. I don't want to lose focus.
And when did you say what year was that?
This one actually I think is a year after the Argentina Rock card.
Okay.
So it's not like what you would call a first print or a first rookie, but I thought it was an awesome.
Yeah, it looks like it's in pretty good shape. Nice centering.
I thought it was just a really cool picture of the band.
I like it.
And then I got Eddie also by himself.
I like it.
And then this, which I've never seen, this is from the mid to late 70s. Doesn't have an exact year on it. I think it's 76 or 77. But this is a skateboard sticker. So this is just a sticker that says, I thirst for skateboarding. And you would, like, I guess, stick this on your skateboard. But on the other side is Stacy Peralta.
Oh, wow.
When he's 20 years old doing a move. And it says down here, Stacy Peralta. It says Stacy Peralta, age 20, Team Gordon and Smith. So that was GNS. So that's before they even started Pal Peralta skateboarding. He skated for GNS, Gordon and Smith. Which I used to have a Bill Taco GNS skateboard back in the day. That was my first pro board I ever got.
Oh, you were a skater?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But, yeah, so my first pro board I ever got was a Bill Taco made by Gordon and Smith. We just called him GNS back in the day. But this is when Stacy Peralta skated for them. And then later started Pal Peralta, Bones Brigade, and then Tony Hawk and all the other guys, Mike McGill, Steve Caballero, Rodney Mullen, just all of them. Tommy Guerrero, Lance Mountain. Probably forgetting a few, but if you ever watched the Police Academy 3 movie, have you ever seen Citizens on Patrol?
Yes.
There's a skateboard scene. There's a skateboard scene in that movie, and that's skated by those guys. They're all the stunt skaters. And if you watch through to the credits at the end, it shows them all go by one, skating towards the camera on their skateboards. And if you watch all the way through the credits, you can see like Tony Hawk when he's like super duper young from where he skated in that movie.
Love it. What else you got to show? I didn't know you were a skater. I'm glad I know that. Oh, also, I was going to ask you, are you going to the next Pearl Jam concert?
I haven't looked to go. It's going to be. I'm very limited with with my time. So it's like I have to save time for family vacations, and then I've been using a lot of vacation time on card shows this year.
Oh, you have?
which is not something I normally used to do. So that used to be lots of extra time that I used to have. But that's why I can't make all the card shows like everybody does. I can't do the circuit because, I have my job and then I also need to save a good amount of vacation time. Like I'm going in March for a legit vacation. And everybody at work is like, man, you go on vacation all the time. You go on vacation every month. And I'm like, they're not vacation. That's more like a business trip. But it's fun. But I'm not going to kid myself anyway. Sometimes I get exhausted at a show.
Yeah, I do. Man,
mentally.
Killed me. Oh, yes.
With all the going back and forth and negotiating and completing 3 out of 10 deals, people only see the deals that happen. That's the ones that you see on YouTube, the ones that go through. But lots of deals don't go through, and you can spend all day negotiating 15 deals and might get 1 or 2 of them through. And then at the end of the day, you're wondering why you're so tired because you haven't done anything physical all day. And my first lesson of that was the Dallas show back in May, because I went in there, and I'm kind of a shrewd negotiator, I'm very stern, because I'm not desperate for money, so I don't dump my cards for nothing. And, I tend to go into a negotiation almost close to my lowest price. Okay. A lot of times I like to just beat around the banter and be like, this is where I'm at and I'm pretty firm at this. But it's normally fair. But then when people see you have such a low opening price, they try to lowball you even more. And I'm like, look, I was being fair from the beginning because I wanted to avoid a lot of this. But, when you're looking to buy to resell, I understand that people are trying to get, and my first main deal actually from that Dallas show that I was just talking about is actually in my top 10 cards, sports cards.
What is that?
That's the Dan Marino, Peyton Manning co-signers.
Oh, look at one of my favorites. Dan Marino was my idol.
So
growing up as a kid.
I'm having trouble focusing, but anyway,
that's perfect right there. That's perfect right there.
I moved out here where I got better light, but it's Manning's rookie year, 1998.
Oh my God, that's 2 of my guys. Marino. That's my 2 top guys too, man.
Yeah, and that's my 2 favorite quarterbacks ever, being a Dolphins fan, and then I liked Manning because I thought he was a lot like Marino.
I went to the University of Tennessee, so
it's a True Gem Plus.
I see it. Oh my goodness!
And it's got an Auto 10. So the story on this card was it was on eBay listed for sale.
The same card.
And I just wanted to buy it outright because you don't find them. The autographs on those cards bleed through. So a lot of times when you look and you find these cards on eBay, the autographs have bled through the card and they haven't held nice and bold. I saw it on eBay. It was awesome. Had a great grade. It had a hefty buy it now price, but I was like, I might never see this again. I was like, I have Dallas coming up in less than a week. Just let me go to Dallas, see what happens. If I make more money in Dallas, I can buy it, whatever. Well, I found this card in Dallas, and it was the one on eBay. I'm sure you've heard that story, but
yeah, I saw
he had to delist it off eBay after we pulled the deal. But by going to Dallas and getting it, I got it close to not quite half, but I want to say, okay, so he had it listed on eBay for $4K, and we settled for $2,200. So I got $1,800 off by going and dealing for it in person. And there was some trade included, I believe. I give up some trade and some cash. I was $700 in cash invested, and the rest was trade. So that was my first major deal after getting back into the shows. Because I had been to some Philly shows.
How'd you find it? Like, of all those thousands of tables, and
I was walking by a show. I was just walking by a showcase, and I was actually halfway by the showcase and just kind of looked over my shoulder. And the way the guy had his showcases was he had them angled up. So a lot of showcases sit flat.
Yeah.
And the way I looked at it, looked back over my shoulder, I would have never seen it in a flat showcase. So he had his showcases propped up on boards that had his showcases on I guess a 45-degree angle.
Like a wedge. Yeah.
Yes. And I looked back over my shoulder and I saw it, and it wasn't even in the center or anything. It was down down in the left-hand corner. So it's one of those corny stories. This card was just meant to be mine type deal.
I know.
I found it on eBay. I didn't buy it. I said, maybe I'll go to Dallas and find the same card. Not only did I find the same card, I found the exact card and almost missed it. But for some reason I saw it. And this guy was selling primarily baseball. And that's what I traded into this was baseball, because I don't do much with baseball. So it would have kind of been a thing where if I'm just glancing over his showcases and I see lots and lots of baseball, I'm not going to stay very long because I don't do a lot in baseball, especially that time of the year. That was in May. The baseball season had started. It was more so it's time to start looking for football and basketball cards. And I don't know, it just happened to be there, and I had some stuff he wanted, so it worked out. It worked out good.
I love it. Let me give a shout out to all the viewers real quick, and then we'll continue to show me your cards, okay? Hello, OG Card Scammer. Good to see you. What's up, Rob? Shin Bin Maru. Good to see you. Jago. I love podcast. Me too. Axel C. All my guys. Don't mess with the hobby. Good to see y'all guys. Steven. Mark. Tao. Oh my God, there's another Merle in the house. Not me. And he goes, I don't live far from Prince's home. Uh-oh. I can't wait to come visit. And then Meanie Men. Oh, that's men. Men of Great Card. Get these guys if you can see it. Oh, I have my new camera. So Great Guards. Men owns this company, Great Guards. And if you go to his site, then you can put these on your regular PSA cards and get nice color.
I believe we got an IG message from them today.
Yeah, and then here's my my Mahomes stained glass. And it's a red. But these really pop in your display case, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
They really do work. And then I have this Wayne Gretzky.
Oh, nice. That blue looks good on that blue.
Right. So
that's one of the better looking ones you just showed, that blue on blue, because that's a blue border as opposed to like a red uniform, Yeah. That one really popped. So
I'll leave the link in the description after the show. And if you use the code, B2 Slabs, then you get a 10% off the order. And they're really cheap. They're only like $12 per one of these. There it is. Get used to where the camera is now. So, Steve, what else you got up for Merlin?
Let's see. I have a couple of music cards. So you're going to have seen a lot of this stuff. So
this is going to probably be boring again, man.
It's going to probably be boring to you.
No, nothing's ever boring to me.
I just showed a lot of it in videos because I did a music video and a movie star video. This one's about to go to get graded. I was just waiting for the right price. A lot of the stuff that I buy, doesn't make sense to send to PSA at $100. I could send it to SGC for $30.
Right.
Yeah. But a couple of these I do want PSA. This was one of the ones I think I do want PSA for. The Metallica, the one from the early 80s, the one that still has Cliff Burton on it.
Yeah, you think that's the very first one of their card?
I think that it is, because the Argentina rock card, I have that also, but that one is with Jason Newsted. That was after Cliff had died. So this one, Metallica collectibles or Metallica items with Cliff on them draw a premium.
They do. Why is that?
So I actually got into a bidding war for this because I wanted it and there was somebody else out there that wanted it. And I'm glad that I got it, and it looks really good. I haven't seen another one. I haven't looked, but
is there any pop on those?
I haven't looked up anything on it. No pop report, no anything, because it's something I just kind of bought to grade for myself.
I know. I'd still be curious.
So, it could be a pop 1, it could be a pop 1,000. It's just doesn't matter to me. Some cards, market value, perceived value. To me, this one's just, I didn't buy this to flip. So, or buy this to resell.
Beautiful. That looks beautiful.
And then in front of me today, I actually did an IG post going through some vintage Marvel. And I don't know if you saw that reel or not, but I was going through my 75 Marvel stickers, and I chose to play the Comfortably Numb. I played the Comfortably Numb guitar solo while I was doing it because it was kind of vintage classic, and I was going through vintage classic cards. So I put my Pink Floyd sticker up in the background like they were playing it. I don't know if people got that reference or not, but
man, look at that. I can look at that all day long, dude.
Yeah, this is a PSA 8. This is like a pop 2. It's funny because I was doing a lot of research in my purchase histories recently because you got all the things going on, taxes and all that. And when I bought this, it was only $30.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when I bought this, I was like, man, do I really want to spend $30 on something? Because I've had it that long. It just seemed expensive for a sticker. Now it's like $30 is nothing, especially when it's something that really.
Yeah, that's nothing.
really like for my personal collection.
Now, have you
And
ever
still
seen
have the whole
Pink Floyd?
band.
Have you seen Pink Floyd live ever?
Yes. I saw them on the Division Bell tour in '94.
I was wondering.
So
Yeah.
Roger Waters wasn't with them then. I was born in '76, so after the Wall album, which was in '77, I think, around that time, late '70s, they split up from Roger Waters. So I saw them without him, but it was still awesome.
Oh yeah.
David Gilmour's the guy. I like the drummer too. Nick Mason's awesome.
Oh, Nick
Richard
Mason's
Wright
great.
recently passed away, so
he did.
Yeah, only the two members, David Gilmour and Nick Mason, are still together. And David Gilmour does a lot of solo stuff, and sometimes Nick Mason comes along to be his drummer. But you see a lot of concerts out there now of just David Gilmour.
Oh yeah, I saw Gilmour solo twice, and I've seen Waters do a few times. I saw him do Dark Side of the Moon. I saw him do The Wall, the Us and Them last tour he did. Then I saw him at Desert Trip, which was the best, the Desert Trip show. That was just ridiculous. Oh my God.
I think the guy who, the bassist that took over for Roger Waters, Guy Ritchie, he
not
he
the
was
director.
Awesome live. No. Is that his name? Richie
Guy
Guy
Ritchie
or something
is,
like that?
Yeah. I think.
Well,
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
The guy's name is similar to that. The Pink Floyd, the bassist that took over for Roger Waters. He was really good, and he filled in on the vocals really good. Like in big time songs like Run Like Hell, where he's got to sing a lot. He was just awesome in that, almost better than the Roger Waters studio. But yeah, and I think he still tours with David Gilmour some, because he was like married to Richard Wright's daughter or Nick Mason's daughter or something. That's how they kind of met through the band. Bunch of useless music knowledge.
I met Scott Page.
People
too,
are probably getting bored to death.
The saxophonist, Scott Page, one of the saxophonists. I met him out here in LA, and I took pictures of him, and then I saw him at a party one time, and he and I became friends on Instagram, and I keep running into him. Yeah, he's really cool. He's such a really nice guy. That's one of the great benefits of living in Los Angeles. You get to meet like celebrities like that, just anywhere. You meet them at that.
Yeah, I never got to meet
anywhere. I
never met anybody like super like famous, but like in 2000, this was before my daughter was born. My daughter was actually born while I had a job as a bartender back in like 2000 to 2004. I bartended at this rock and roll nightclub, and it was the biggest rock and roll nightclub in the city that I lived near. And it was pretty popular. And once or twice a month, there would always be bands there, but once or twice a month there would be like a national act. And it would be somebody they would book as they were passing through. So it wouldn't be part of their tour, but it would be an opportunity for that band to make some cash on the side. And most of the time it was bands that were kind of past their heyday and things like that. But because I grew up in the 80s, seeing those bands that were past their heyday of the 80s and early 90s, seeing them in 2000 was still cool, because they were still bands that I liked. And I got to meet a lot of them. I bartended for a lot of them. They gave me drumsticks, guitar picks, autograph pictures and stuff. One of the best ones was like Dio. Dio was awesome.
Oh, wow.
Like Skid Row, Warrant, Rat, all those 80s hair bands. And Warrant was really nice. Janie Lane, who passed away, the lead singer, he actually, my wife at the time, we weren't even married yet. And she was a huge fan of them. And one of the drummer was under the weather, so he went right back to the tour bus after the show. And Janie Lane actually came up to the bar, and I was like, "Hey man, will you sign a 5x10 for me or something?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll be." I was like, "Could you get the whole band?" And he was like, "Well, one of them's out on the bus, he's not feeling well." And he was like, "But I'll tell you what, I'll hook you up." And he went out to the bus, and he came back, and he had gotten all the guys from the band to sign a 5x7. Give me the lead guitar pick, and the drumsticks from the drummer who had taken him on the bus with him. And, he didn't have to do that. And that was pretty cool.
Do you still have them?
Yes, I do. A lot of that stuff is stashed away because I've moved twice since then. Like I bought my second home since then.
Okay.
So I was talking about like my movie posters last week on a live stream, because I used to have a movie room, and I remember you were there. I was talking about my Godfather posters and stuff. All that stuff's kind of like packed away in the same place. I only have one guitar pick, and that's in my wallet. I actually keep it in a little change holder in my wallet. And that was because I kind of caught that one more recently. And that was just at a Breaking Benjamin concert at Atlantic City. and I was just in the front row. And when he threw his guitar picks, I caught one. So,
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
yeah, that one wasn't given to me. Everybody was trying to catch those, but I got that one in my wallet still. I just stuck it in my wallet that night.
That's another thing that I collect besides just cards. I collect concert posters.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of times I'll try to seek them. Like my goal is to find them that are lithographs, either numbered by the artist or by the band or both.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Like I could collect all that stuff. I
know,
would just
right?
fall down a rabbit hole of.
I have so many, and we moved last year, and I still haven't hung them up yet. So I have to hire a wall framer guy or whatever, because I'm terrible at doing it by myself. So I've got to pick them. But my girlfriend goes, "You can't put the concert posters in the living room. That's the deal. Just everywhere besides the living room."
I see someone posted something about a Liberace card. I actually saw
that too. Do you have it? Right here it is. Merlin.
I saw a Liberace card on eBay the other day, and I was actually like, wow, I wonder if I should. It may have been it actually might have been a modern card, not like a newer card or an older card, because you have a lot of the older Dutch prints and like the Warner Brother cards that never turn up, the Panini stickers. I've been buying recently a lot of like movie star type cards and stuff, but I'm getting them out of like the Don Russ Americana sets from like 2008 because they have like relics and stuff on them. So I'm just kind of like, what's better, to have an older vintage card that looks awesome or to have an actual relic that's like serial numbered? I don't know. I've been going both ways. It's not like I'm choosing one or the other, but I like the this one hasn't been seen on a mail day yet either.
Let's go here.
This one's numbered out of 50, not 25, but this one is it's a Bing Crosby relic. So it's a fabric, Bing Crosby. And I should have had this at Christmas.
What's that from? Is that
this is from Don Russ Americana 2008. There's a this insert set in there, the Hollywood Icons.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite sets in there. I have the Marlon Brando out of 25.
Oh, that's cool.
And I have the John Wayne out of 25.
Oh, wow.
So these are numbered out of 25.
You pulled those out of the packs, or did you buy individually?
No, I bought these individually, but they were like really, really dirt cheap. They were like nothing.
Really?
And they're numbered out of 25, and they're worn relics of, people that have passed away but are like Hollywood legends.
Like now, this eBay, or did you find them at shows?
I found them on eBay. This one has a single swatch, so it's numbered out of 50, but the ones with the quad swatches on it are numbered out of 25.
Right. Oh, and Hero. Love it. See here. I love podcasts. Hey, Merle, are you going to the Van Nuys show both days? Just Saturday. My best friend's wife has her 40th birthday that Sunday, and then I have to go watch the ball game after that. So what else? Show me some more, Steve.
Well, really cool relic set that I'm really starting to like, and I'm starting to buy these up cheap just to collect them and have them, are these old movie poster ones. This was on Instagram. Ooh. But it's an old movie poster, but the back is got a relic, and it's numbered.
And that's Panini Americana too, right?
So this is I'm not sure if this is I think Don Russ and Panini Americana. This is Panini Americana 2011.
Oh wow.
This is a Charlie Chaplin with a Charlie Chaplin fabric relic here. This one's numbered out of $4.99. And then I just got this one in today, and I have to watch this movie, but I haven't watched it yet. A Place in the Sun. And this is a triple relic of Montgomery Clift, Shelley Winters, and Elizabeth Taylor. And this one's numbered out of 100.
Oh wow.
And the patches on these are like awesome. Like they're two-tone colors. This one's got like a design. Can't really see, but this one's a triple relic. Yeah,
now, are you going to bring these to Atlanta to sell, or just your personal collection?
They're probably in my case, but I don't know if they'll make it to my showcase. Like they're in my Pelican case, but I'll probably carry them there just so I don't take stuff out and put stuff here, there, and everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody asks about them, maybe, if somebody comes up and say, hey, I'm looking for Hollywood cards, and I might pull them out, but I don't think it's going to be something that, now I don't know, I'm probably going to have 2 showcases. I don't know how much space that is. I honestly don't know how many cards will fit in there. I may.
Well, a display case will hold, if you put them all touching like together, not on top of each other, all side by side, there are 36 cards you can put in a display case flat.
Okay. Because I'm thinking, yeah, I'm thinking I hope I have enough. I'm taking enough stuff with me so my showcases don't just look empty and barren.
Right.
But I'm also hoping that I have enough room to display a lot of the stuff that I want to display. So it's kind of in between.
Dan will put just like 20 cards in this display case and sell almost every single one of them.
Yeah.
I'll have like 4 display
Honestly,
cases of 36 and sell about 10. But
So
the
would you
Dallas show
agree-
was a whole different story. Dallas, I just got wiped out like completely. It was insane. So that's what I'm
So I
saying.
got a
Bring your weird
question.
cards.
How do you keep up? Like, if you're right, because you're regularly doing shows and setting up,
Yeah.
when you go through a massive like sale where you get rushed for a lot of your inventory, how do you recoup and get more inventory? How do you go about doing it?
Buying.
I mean, do you go out and you try to buy lots, collections, or do you just buy singles?
Little everything. If I find a deal, I do it, and it's
Mhm.
I feel like topical, then I buy it. Or
Because
if
I
I
feel
know,
like if you buy individually, if you can't get a really good deal, then it's kind of like, yeah, you might be able to sell it for what you bought it for type.
but I have so much, man, it doesn't matter. I can
Okay.
just keep. I have so much here at home, and then so much still coming back from PSA and other grading companies. It's ridiculous. I still have stuff from at PSA almost a year ago that's still there in bulk that I'm waiting back
Jordan
from.
asked how many showcases fit vertically per table. I think it's 3 on an 8-foot table.
I think that's what Dan said. Where is the question? Oh yeah, here it is.
Yeah,
Jordan says, Merlin, do you know if the tables in Atlanta are 6 feet or 8 feet?
they're 8.
I think they're 8.
They're
Yes.
8. Well, that's what it said in the description when I got the tables. It said 8.
And I think you can put 4 on the table. 8, because I think that's what Dallas is. Whatever Dallas was, I had 4 tables at Dallas, at the Dallas show.
Okay.
So like one case I had all sports cards, and then another one I had all wrestling, and then another one I had pretty much all Star Wars, and the other one was all Marvel, and then the other like weird cards like the Betty Whites or whatever, I might have put those like, mixed in with the other ones, or the weird unique stuff. And then I just noticed no one looked at my sports cards. Like no one looked at them. People just like looked over that display case, literally over, and looked at all my weird cards, because like the sports cards were like stealth. People just would see like, oh my God, look at those Boba Fett's. Look at that Betty White. Look at that Randy Savage card. And they would just overlook the sports cards. I'm like, why did I even bring sports cards? The only sports card I sold a Luka Doncic, Donruss Yellow Flood, his rookie card. And then I sold a Tom Brady X-Fractor card that I had. That was an HGA 9. And it was weird. Actually, dealers were buying HGA cards from me at Dallas show, which they never do. I never sell HGA cards at shows because people just stick their nose out. But dealers, exactly. They said that they're sitting in the PSA and getting that same grade or better. And so they're wising up and figuring out, well, that's going to be a good graded card. If it's got a 9 or a 9.5, they can get a 10 out of it.
So OC Sales Online says 4 display cases will fit on an 8-foot table. So
there you go.
I got 3 tables, but I got 3 tables, but I'm sharing with others. But I think I only rented 4 showcases. But I know that Kenny has like 3 showcases of his own. So we probably won't have enough showcases to even cover our tables. I don't know.
Does he drive up there?
He might fly, but I think he has some other guys that might drive and bring stuff. I'm not really sure.
He has a whole team. Wow.
I think so. Yeah. I'm not that far ahead. I'm not that far into the game yet. We can breeze through these 10 cards.
Let's do it. Let's see what else we have.
Talk about more stuff. You want to do the sports or the weird stuff?
It doesn't matter. You.
Okay. Well, we showed the Marino Manning. We showed the Marino Manning, so we'll go through and I don't think these are in any particular order. This is my Willie Mays auto with the
where'd you get that?
MVP 54 scribe.
That's nice.
So that one's one of my favorites. It's my only Mays auto. The 1984 7-Eleven disc, Dan Marino, that got him throwing and got him. And this isn't a PSA 10. This would be a rookie year, 1984. So that's one of my favorites because Dan Marino is my favorite.
I love Dan Marino.
the Magic Kareem dual auto.
Oh, that's going to be
And
great.
little game used swatch down here.
Especially when the show comes out on HBO. I think that'll go up in value. It's Adam McKay's producing it. He's the showrunner.
I'll also stick to the basketball. This is a Julius Erving.
Dr. J. Oh, it's autographed too, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a buyback Prism. So it's a buyback on-card auto. If you can't see right here, there's a serial number. It's numbered out of 9.
I see it. 6 of 9?
But this is number 6 out of 9, which is his jersey number. So
nice.
Jersey number, only 9 out there. And
what year is that?
2015.
What's
cool about it is nearly all Prism cards are sticker autos.
Right.
But this one's not because it was a buyback and inserted.
Oh, wow. Now, did you find that, or did you actually do the buyback?
I found this. It was inserted in a pack, so it was pack pulled. It was just bought back by Panini and he inserted. I found this at the Philly card show of all places, and you would have thought that this would have been super expensive at the Philly card show, being who it is, but it wasn't. I got it for.
Now, Steve, explain that again. You said it's an actual older card, but he signs it and they put it back in the pack.
Yeah, what a company will do on a buyback is they will go out and find like raw cards.
Okay.
They'll try to buy like raw cards, and then they will insert them. They'll do something to them, whether it's an autograph or a serial number, and then they'll reinsert them into a current product. So, for instance, I have a Marvel card here. Now, everybody knows the 1995 Marvel Metal is like one of the iconic Marvel sets. Everybody loves metal, whether it's football, basketball. Everybody loves the metal sets.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the 2021 X-Men metal that just came out this year, they did buybacks where they bought 1995 Marvel metal cards, whether they bought them on eBay or wherever, however they reacquired them. They serial numbered them out of 10 and then inserted them into the 2021 product.
Okay.
So you could pull a Marvel metal card from 1995 in the 2021 product because they bought them back off of people who owned them and then serial numbered them.
Oh, wow.
So this is a Scarlet Witch here. You can see the serial number over here on the side is out of 10.
Right, I've seen those. Now, do you think they're going to hold value? You think they'll be collectible?
It's
like, what do you think?
It's going to be specific to the collector, because some people are going to be like, I don't like buybacks. Why would I want to buy back when I can just go get the regular card? And then there's some people are going to be like, I want that because it's stamped out of 10. So
Exactly.
I have 2 full sets of 1995 Fleer Metal base. Just like these in binders in my closet. And this one I just saw for sale and I thought it was cool because it was a buyback. So I have this regular card and I have the buyback out of 10. This one goes for a lot more money on eBay than the regular card. Now, does that necessarily make sense? Because the only thing that makes the card any more rare, the only thing that makes the card rare is the serial number.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Marvel Metals regular are easily obtainable. And it's not like the card's any different. It's not like they put a different finish on it, a different parallel to it or anything. It's just strictly they just stamped it out of 10. So people do collect buybacks. So
yeah, so I see them all over eBay, and I was like very indecisive of if I should buy them or not.
Yeah, and I was bidding on one of these raw last night. The exact same card I just showed you, the Scarlet Witch, because I have one of them, and another one of them was selling last night. I was like, if I can buy that one, I own 2 of the 10, and it went for $260 raw. So there's some value there because I'm going to guess the regular 1995 unstamped is probably a $5 card, if that.
Oh wow!
So people will chase it with the buyback serial number on it. Now I'm not saying that makes sense, but so. Let's see. We got
this question from Jordan real quick while you show
go ahead.
The next card. He asked, Merlin, are you comfortable talking about how many total cards you sold in Dallas and give some idea of values the cards sold for on an average? I mean, it's all over the spectrum, man. I had so many odd different cards from all over the place that I don't even know where to begin. Like I said, I had the Randy Savage card that I had listed for $2,500. I sold it probably for like $2,000. I sold the Betty White for like $300. I sold the Cena rookie to the guy, because one guy bought so much from me, and that was the guy who had the Prince card. And I was told him I would trade that Prince card for all those cards, but he's like, no, it's in my PC. And he bought one of my Cena rookies, I think for around $300. He bought that Boba Fett for like $1,000. That, the cartoon one. It was a PSA 9. He bought a couple of Kenobis. He bought all my Nintendo cards. They were all SGC 9, the Mario Brother ones. And then I had the Donkey Kong, the Donkey Kong from like 82, 83.
Mm-hmm.
He bought all those. I mean, he just like grabbed, he's like, and then we spent like 2 hours, like, how much you want for this? And this guy like paid me in cash. He gave me cash for all this stuff. And I had a lot of the Star Wars cards, because like Dan said, he brings sometimes cards that he doesn't want to sell, but he puts them in the display case because he wants people to bring those to his table. Well, I was going to do that with some of the Star Wars Galaxy Chrome cards, because I want some of the, like these right here, Steve. Like, I'm looking for these. I'm trying to get used to my camera here.
Oh, yeah.
And these are all number 2. Like, one's an X-Fractor, and I think one's a purple refractor. See that? And I just had them raw, and I never bring raw cards. And I put them in the, the little, what do you call them? The little magnet things they use.
The mags, yeah.
Yeah. And I sold like 10 of those cards. I sold some Star Wars. I sold some Marvel. I sold some Doctor Strange cards. I had these cards. I had a couple of Doctor Strange raw of these, and I'm actually looking for these cards. Have you seen these?
Oh yeah, the Infinity Stones.
Yes.
And the Relic ones that are numbered.
Exactly. These are numbered out of 49, and I think these come from e-packs. Can you confirm that, Steve? Do you know? I
don't know. I'm not super familiar with e-pack achievements. I have one e-pack achievement card.
What is it?
This 2018 Old Man Logan.
And how do you know that's an achievement card?
Because it wasn't in the set.
Okay.
And you had to complete the online set in order to have this shipped to you. So there's 49 cards in the 2018 Precious Metal Gem set. So this would make, I guess, card number 50. But in order to get card number 50, you would have to complete the e-pack achievement. Now, what I've been told, and I have no idea how to confirm this, but I talked to a lot of people in the Marvel card community who say that probably less than 20 of these got achieved.
Wow.
I've been offered a really, really good offer for this card raw. But the way that I'm looking at really rare Marvel cards selling right now, I'm kind of scared to sell. Even though I'm probably, let's see, I would be 4 to 5xing what I paid for this.
Right. And I guarantee you, if you bring that to Atlanta, you're going to get a lot of offers. People are going to want to get that card.
I just have no idea what to even. There's no market on this. The last one of these that sold was in October. So that was before Marvel card popularity and before Precious Metal Gem popularity, before this big boom. And it was in a PSA 7, and it sold for $1,800. That's the last comp. So a PSA 7 for $1,800 way back when these weren't even that popular. A high quality raw copy like this one, I'm like,
that's
scared
crazy.
to sell. I've been offered twice what that PSA 7 went for, though.
And you're going to get more than that, dude. You're going to get way more than that. So it's up to you when you want to sell it.
I try to ask around, and somebody said they wouldn't, another Marvel card person, this could have been the collector in them. They were just like, hey, I wouldn't take any less than $5,000 for that.
See,
coming from a Marvel card community. But I don't know. I can't, I could go to somebody and be like, well, the Marvel card community told me not to take any less than $5,000, but to a buyer, that might not mean anything, so it's just another one of those cards where I got to put a comfortable price on it to where I want to move it at.
Yep.
And then, hindsight being 2020, if it was the skyrocketing price, it is what it is. The biggest money I've ever left on the table with a card, and it didn't even really bother me, was I sold a LeBron James Topps Pristine 2003 Topps Pristine refractor. Now the brand Topps Pristine.
Okay.
But it was a BGS Pristine as well. So it was a BGS 10 2003 Topps Pristine refractor. I think it was serial numbered out of 1999. LeBron rookie, and I sold it for $3,500. At the height of the market, that card hit $30K. So I was like, man, if I'd have held that card 6 more months, I would have got 30 grand for it as opposed to 3,500.
It should have, would have, could have.
But I look at it and say, I took that 3,500 at a good time before the market spike, and I reinvested it into a lot of stuff that got me probably what I would have singly sold that LeBron for anyway. So, but again, I don't, you live and you learn from your mistakes. And then I don't really necessarily think it was a mistake, but, I don't want to shortchange myself on a card because yes, I am making good. I would be making a good return if I sold that for what I've been offered, but I just feel like there's more there. And I'm not in a hurry to sell. I'm not in a hurry to sell. And luckily for myself, I'm, financially stable.
Yep.
I don't need to sell it. So that's one. That's my only EPAC achievement card. But almost all my Marvel cards that I'm going to put out at Atlanta are raw because I bought them in that collection. I don't have time to grade them. If I sent them all to get grading, I wouldn't get them all back. There's 4 at PSA right now on Express. Yeah, there's 4 at PSA right now on Express, and they'll be back. But all the vibraniums that I have.
You have those graded too? The vibranium?
No, I haven't had a chance. Like I've gotten them
have you sent them out at all?
No, they're all here.
Raw. Are you going to bring raw cards too?
Yeah, I'll bring raw cards because I feel like right now the market is thirsty for quality raw cards because they can see themselves as making money on the other end if they grade. If you grade it and sell it to them graded, more than likely when you're selling a slab to someone, it's going to be somebody who wants to keep it for themselves. Mm-hmm. And right now, you probably have more people out there looking to buy and resell than you do looking to buy and stash.
Right.
It could be split 50-50. I'm not sure.
But I've met a lot of the non-sports guys. They stash. They're more collectors, I've discovered. Yeah. They're not looking to flip as much.
But this is a stack of the Vibranium Reds.
Oh, those are the Moltons, right? They're called Molten?
Yeah, no, these are numbered out of $2.99, but like 2 weeks ago, these were like $10 a card.
Right.
Like I bought these all off like the same seller. He had them listed for $15 and $20, but best offer, and I was making him like $10 offers and buying
he was taking
more of some of the less known names. But I got a Scarlet Witch. It's one of the better ones because it's color match, and she's getting really popular.
Yeah, I just bought one of hers on ComC today, actually.
But then there's some cheaper ones like Luke Cage. Well, this is the first Sam Wilson Captain America card.
Oh, wow.
So this is the first Falcon as Captain America.
And what year's these cards?
2015.
Okay.
So this is one of the chase cards out of the set.
Why is that the chase card?
The biggest characters people want out of this set is, of course, they want the Ultimate Spider-Man. Ultimate Spider-Man is Miles Morales, for people who don't know. But that card is his first card. It's also Spider-Gwen's first card.
Oh, wow.
So it's also Jane Foster Thor's first card, who's probably going to be in the Thor Love and Thunder or whatever is coming up.
Right.
Yeah. And
it comes out in November.
And it's also Sam Wilson as Captain America. So it has some key cards in there if you want to put the label of rookie card on something. So it has some key cards as far as significance, but it also has it has a big checklist. There's all the characters. I got a couple of Winter Soldiers for like $10, and I put the Winter Soldier and I put those two together. Maybe I'll sell them as a pair, the Winter Soldier, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like the show. Mm-hmm. I bought. I have all the Guardians of the Galaxy in red, so I could sell that as a team if I wanted to, or I could piece it out. I got a Black Panther. That's another one of the nicer ones.
Ooh, that's sweet.
But these, when I bought these, I was like, man, I can buy these for $10 and then just put them in the show in the showcase for $20. You know what I mean? I was like, I buy them for 10, I sell them for 20. Somebody's getting a really nice entry level Marvel card for a cheap price that looks nice. And now
I think they're gonna be worth more than $20 each.
Well, that's what happened, but that's not what I expected to happen. I was buying these to have affordable cards for the showcase because I got a lot of high end
Because
stuff.
you thought they were cool and shiny and all that, right?
And I thought they were cool and shiny. I was like, oh, well, I can't have all $500,000 cards in my showcase. I got to have something for other people to buy too. Like, what if there's kids who want to get into buy some Marvel cards and they want one that's cool, that's serial numbered? Well, this is a $20 card. You can afford that. And now all of a sudden, it's not anymore. But can I still sell at a lower margin to move the cards and still do well? I could. So I can still offer deals because of my entry level.
Right.
It was just kind of like being in the right place at the right time. Now that's all the reds, which is a lot. I mean, there's X-Men in here. There's a bunch. There's no Miles.
And then you're going to be at the show, and then some flipper guy's going to come take them all from you, and then sell it to the dealer 2 doors down.
But I have a stack here of, and you're getting a sneak peek of the my showcase.
Answer this question real quick from Jordan.
Yeah.
He asked, do you list prices on the front of the cards, back? What is the thought process here? No, I do list the price on the cards in the front because people hate to quit asking. So if they see the prices, then they know, and then they know what to work with you with. Do you agree, Steve?
I've never done it again. So, what's my approach?
No, we all list prices. We do on the front because no one likes asking constantly. Do you like asking constantly? How much is this? How much is that? I hate it.
Yeah. I think when the market was changing so much or so often, or if you have certain cards that, the type of cards that you're probably selling, you can probably be like, okay, this is what I'm in at. There's not really a market on it because it's rare. I can put a price tag on it.
Right.
But sometimes when you have a card that the price market of it changes every week and you're doing shows every week, it can be tough to change the tags on your inventory. And sometimes you may look overpriced, and that could be a thing. Like you could look overpriced because you haven't had a chance to catch up on your tagging, and then somebody would just walk away from your case because everything's above comps.
Yep.
Not necessarily that you're charging above comps.
Yeah.
Not necessarily that you're charging above comps, but that you just haven't had time to change out your price tags, but people are going to assume. And then you also have the people who don't like to ask, maybe they're a little shy, maybe they don't like to engage. And that's even like me. Like sometimes my first day at a show, I might not ask anything. It usually takes to if I go to a show on a Friday, it's not usually till like a Saturday that I get rolling and get engaged to be like, okay, now I'm talking. And it only takes the first deal, but I don't know what to do either. That was a good question from him because that's something that I can't answer from experience other than from the other side of the table. What do I look for? To me, it doesn't matter to me. If there's a price on there, then I know what we're starting at. If there's not a price, I'm not afraid to ask. But the dealer might get afraid of answering as well, or get tired of answering as well.
You know, right? And then you got to deal with other customers too at the same time.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're probably
it gets exhausting.
Yeah,
but I use a label maker.
Yeah.
I use a label maker, and that takes a little time, but they look really nice because I'm terrible at writing the prices because I'm left-handed. So the time I finish, you see all these smeared prices all over my cards, and it just looks messy. So I use a label maker.
Yeah, I'll probably get like a pricing gun or something, and I'll just put it on the
that's the best thing. Yes, I agree.
On the bag, and I can just always change the bags out.
Exactly. What else you got, Steve?
This is a refined Vision.
Ooh, what's that from?
This is from Vibranium. So
that's a Vibranium
about
too.
Vibranium.
What?
We're talking about Vibranium earlier. So I'll show. So you get the reds out of $2.99, and then we talked about these earlier, but I couldn't show. So the molten is out of $2.99.
Okay, but that
then you got what's called a refined, which looks like cracked ice. Those are numbered out of 99.
Okay,
and I'll get through these. I'll show some of the ones I got. I got like a Vision. I got 2 Iceman. Now when I bought this Iceman, it was $20.
That's pretty cool with the cracked ice and the Iceman. I like that.
Yeah,
combo.
when I bought this Iceman, it was $20. I bought both of them off the same seller for $20 a piece. And now you probably can't buy the red one for that much. I have 2 Daredevils. I think they just did a release. He got a new series coming out. Maybe did they just release that? Did I see?
Of Daredevil?
Yeah.
Well, he's been appearing in the movies and shows.
Yeah, he popped up on Spider-Man for a cameo,
and he popped up. He popped up, I think, in Hawkeye too.
Oh, I don't remember. I might have missed him. the Star-Lord. This is a bigger one now. Iron Man. My favorite one, Doctor Strange.
Oh, I love that one, dude.
I have Scarlet Witch ×3.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be really popular in May.
And then I got, like I said earlier, the Sam Wilson Captain America in a cracked ice. So the red's $2.99. These refined / cracked ice are out of $99. And then you have what's called Radiance, numbered out of 50. And they look more like a mosaic card instead of a cracked ice.
Right.
So you hold the ice up to it, you can see they got a little different look. These are numbered out of 50.
Right.
So that's a Sam Wilson again? Captain America. I have a Thanos. I have a Black Panther.
I lost your stream.
Another Daredevil. Star-Lord.
Hold on, Steven. I lost your camera stuck.
Is it still stuck?
Yeah. I hear you, but I don't see you. Except I see the card. I see the Captain America card. That was it. And then you froze after it.
Okay, let's see.
You might have to come in and out. There you go. Yes, you're perfect.
Am I back?
You look great, man.
Okay, so we did the.
So he stopped at the Wilson Captain America.
The Radiance one.
Yes.
The one that looked like the mosaic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. It was the Thanos.
Oh wow. Now, when did you start investing in these?
Yeah, Black Panther.
When did you start investing in these?
Like weeks ago. Like it. Yeah, like when. Like I might have bought the Black Panther for $100.
Oh, wow.
But it's probably $300 already.
I think even more.
It's like they were just listed and they were like, buy it now. The same guy had a lot of them for sale. And I was just like, well, these are awesome looking. I don't know what Marvel cards to buy, but I know as a sports card person, these look cool. A Daredevil. So I have 2 cracked ice ones and a Radiance of him, Radiance of Star-Lord. But a lot of the big characters. This is the only Captain Marvel I have, but I have her in the Radiance. Got a Winter Soldier. Definitely got to have a Scarlet Witch.
God, you really bought them up, dude.
Here we go, Doctor Strange.
Oh my gosh!
And then this one I just picked up.
Is that entire set?
Nightcrawler.
Is that entire set?
No, it's not an entire set. I was just, as I was seeing them, I was like, okay, $50. Like the Daredevil was like $60. But again, like I said earlier, good luck like now trying to find them for that much. But anyway, that was those. I was in there. I was showing off. There's a couple cards I can skip by. It's just a Shaq Beam Team. That was one of my favorites. I could never afford this as a kid.
Oh, yeah. I remember the Beam Team one.
And that's in a 9. I could never get it as a kid. My Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, 8. Just because Larry's my favorite.
Now, I remember you did have a Redemption Shaq that you have. You still have that card? Because you were like,
yes,
this is probably the rarest card because this one you can't get in a pack anymore because you had to redeem it. That one, yes. I remember that one very well.
And that's the thing about Shaq cards. I try to bring some awareness to those because people are like, well, Shaq stuff is mass-produced in 1992, which is true. It's tough to grade.
That was the height of the junk wax era. Definitely.
Junk wax is tough to grade, but people are like, there's plenty of that stuff out there to still buy. You can still buy 92 tops, and you can still buy 92 tops and get your Shaqs graded, or you can buy complete gold sets and get them graded. So my mind was like, okay, well, what are the redemptions? Because the redemptions, if you pull them out of packs, you can't redeem them anymore. They're expired. So I'm just like, what redemptions are out there, and the pop report won't go up. So the redemption route was the way I was kind of going with that mindset, but it still takes people to like the card and the appeal of the card and accept the card, before, rarity makes a play.
Before they
it doesn't matter what the supply is if there's no demand.
Mm-hmm.
Cal Ripken, Ernie Banks out of 15 dual auto.
Oh, wow.
The Cal Ripken's one of my favorites. This is a 10 auto also. So
now, where's that come from? Upper Deck Authentic?
This comes out of Yeah, Upper Deck Sweet Spot Classics. And I got this at the Raleigh show when I went and stayed at Dustin's.
Oh wow, yeah, I think that's a good. Those are good buys to buy like Hall of Famers or vintage players, but in the modern cards, like the autograph or the the patch autos or whatever of famous Hall of Famers of legends.
There's the Earnhardt.
Ooh, look at that autograph, man! That's one of the nicest autographs ever.
Which I have. Let's see.
Yeah, I used to work for a Dale Earnhardt or Richard Childress. I used to when I was in college. When I was in college, I worked as a production assistant on commercials and everything in North Carolina area in Tennessee, and I worked on a lot of NASCAR people because I'm from North Carolina and they were all around me, and we're always shooting NASCAR like for groceries or Pepsi or whatever it was. I forget which one it was. This is like 95, 96. And I was over at Richard Childress' shop, and it was a Dale Earnhardt commercial. And I'm sitting in Dale's office with him. He's just hanging. He's the nicest guy in the world. He's just talking to me. This is probably like the third or fourth commercial I've worked with Dale, and I don't know anything about NASCAR. And so I'm just sitting there like we're just shooting the shit. And I was like, well, Dale, who's winning NASCAR right now? Who's winning? And he looks at me and goes, I ain't you stupid motherfucker. And he just starts laughing. And I look kind of like worried, like, oh my God, I can't believe I just asked the dumbest question in the world. And he just came and put me in a headlock and was like, I'm just fucking with you.
I have been scooping up the Earnhardt autos. Like here's two of the first ones that I bought from Classic.
Oh, wow.
Pack pulled. You can see on the back, it says, congratulations, you pulled an auto.
Their hand serial number, too.
Yeah. And then I picked up this press pass, which was already graded by SGC. And I picked up another Classic that was graded. Now, these were the first ones I got. But these I wouldn't mind. I think Dale Earnhardt is absolutely underpriced for being an all-time great. But, those I wouldn't mind moving now that because this was the one I ultimately wanted. And when I finally landed this one, Yeah,
I wonder if is there a dual pat or a dual autograph of Dale and Richard Petty?
Yes, but it's out of Trax. I think Trax is the company. I've seen it a couple times. It's actually affordable. And I think it's affordable because people don't, the company, unless you know NASCAR cards, you don't know Trax from the mid 90s maybe.
Right.
And they both sign large. So it's like, you got to try to find one where they're not signing over top of each other.
Oh, that's right.
I have a Petty. I have a Petty in here. This is a PSA 7, but it's numbered out of 25. This is an auto, and it's got a piece of the fire suit. So this is race worn fire suit here, and his auto numbered out of 25. And I think I paid $25 for this.
That's it?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Gosh.
I was just like, I couldn't believe it because I'm like, people, I don't know, I guess people just don't really care.
I guess NASCAR's not as big as F1 right now.
Yeah. I grew up around a NASCAR track, so to me, Richard Petty was my grandmom's favorite. So
which one? The
Dover Downs.
Dover Down, yep.
And then the last sports card in there is a game used Larry Bird auto.
Look at that. That's a beautiful signature.
And this one's numbered out of 33, so it's numbered out of his jersey number.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's it for the sports cards, and then the rest is oddball stuff, which I already showed the Pink Floyd and the Metallica.
Okay, keep going.
The Tony Hawks I just normally show together, or the rookie.
Right, yeah, get that.
And then the
now, how much do you think that Tony Hawk Kids is worth now?
I don't know. They go all over the place. I was actually looking to buy more. I was going to try to stack them up because someone in Philly tried to buy this one off me. It was, again, me taking cards that are PC cards in my case because my Tony Hawk auto that I did have, I sold. So I had to go out and get another one.
Is that from the Alan Ginter?
Yeah, but again, the one that I sold was the Upper Deck Ultimate Collection, I believe. And now it's numbered out of 20, but there's multiple different colors, and they're all numbered out of 20. So technically, there's probably 100 to 150 of them out there. I'm not sure how many different colors there are. This one was on eBay the weekend that I went to the Philly show. So my reasoning was I can sell the other one and use that money to buy the one that I really wanted, which was this one numbered out of 15. So
wow. Yeah, that's the
I like
black.
the Allen and Ginter card better. I love Allen and Ginter autos.
What year is that? From 2018?
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, they've got all kinds of great celebrities in that car set.
And then searching Allen and Ginter autos, I find
Steve, I was going to ask you, do you have the first Hulk card that was actually pulled from a pack from the 90s? Because someone asked me about that the other night.
The first Hulk
Between Two
card?
Slabs. Yeah, Tony Hawk card that's actually pulled from a pack of cards from the 90s. I don't forget what they're called.
There is.
It's after the kids card, of course.
Okay, there's actually a card before the Sports Illustrated kids card.
What? Oh, you just heard that, folks. I didn't know about it.
Not many people know about it. Do you want to know about it?
You have a big smile on your face.
So it's a little bit pricey and it's hard to get. It's not in a card game. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. But I saw it now. The reason why people don't know that it's Tony Hawk is because they misprinted the skateboarder's name on the front. So the name is someone else, but it's actually Tony Hawk on the photo.
Oh, wow. It's like an error card.
It's jogging my memory. I mean, I've only seen like 2 of them. They're really condition sensitive because they're in like an old, I don't know if it's an old game or what. They have like pink backs. And it seems like it's like a card game, but it's all skateboarders, I think. I've seen the complete set for sale, but they want, the people selling it aren't stupid to it. They know what's in it. So they want like $500 and stuff for them.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's a debate on which one is his rookie card now, but because it doesn't have his name on it, it's just him doing the move, and on the photo it's supposed to have his name on it, and they put the wrong skateboarder on there. I just found out about this like 2 weeks ago, and I haven't really talked about it that much. But I'm not really chasing it because I don't want to pay up for it that raw, especially when I can't look at it. And when I say condition sensitive, they're kind of like the Argentina rock cards where they get that film and stuff on them.
Yeah.
So, it's not like you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to get that and it's going to grade a 9 or a 10. It's going to not.
You might get a 4 or 5.
Yeah. And, and a lot of people don't realize that for some cards, that's a good grade. Right, I have this Valenzuela issue Ronaldinho.
Oh, wow.
And it's graded a 7, and people look at it and they're like, oh, it's a 7. There's not another one out there graded higher. The last one that sold was a 5. And so they look at it and they just assume that a 7 is a bad grade, but this is a Valenzuela issue. They don't turn up that much. And, people just don't understand the grading sensitivity on them. Case in point on that was the Andre the Giant I was talking about earlier.
Oh,
this is a 6.5.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But that's a super good grade for this. This came out of a board game from Japan, and the cards were perforated together. You had to tear the cards apart. So,
what year is that card?
1981. So this is before the 82 Wrestling All-Stars. The 82 Wrestling All-Stars, people kind of look at and say that's his rookie. But then he does have some 70s hand-cut stuff and photo-type cards that are really expensive. But, the Tony Hawk is a chromie. Chris just put that up there, yes.
Tony Hawk is 89 chromie. I'll have to be on the lookout for it.
Yeah, and it's like one of the last cards, I think, in the set. And it's whose name does it have on there?
Does anybody know? Chris, do you know?
Oh, man. I can't remember whose name it has on there as an error, but if you look for that player's card or that skater's card, it's actually Tony Hawk.
Oh, Steve, Shin Bin Maru asks, what a point and one touch did you use for the refined vibraniums?
Lester Kasai. I'm just using 35 points.
Gotcha. 35 on
55
the.
worked too, and I originally was like going to go the same. Like earlier, I said if you're going to do PMGs, 35s work, but to be safe with your corners, use 55s. You can do the same thing with the vibraniums, but I find that the vibranium is a sturdy card, and it's a chromium card, so you're not really going to bust your corners up. Just the slightest thing can ding a PMG. So I've been using the 35s.
Oh, Lester Kasai is the name of the guy that's
Yeah.
over the Tony Hawk card. I thought you said some kind of weird signal in tongue or something, Steve. I had no clue that was the name of the person.
No.
It's like Lester Kasai. What's he
The
saying?
Soundgarden cards, of course, they're a fixture
Oh,
on
those
the
are
channel.
beautiful.
9 and 10.
Oh, man.
I talked about the Star Wars Italy stickers earlier. This is my favorite.
Oh, that's
photo
a nice one.
from any
Yes.
Star Wars. I love the
Chewie.
Han.
Yeah.
This is my favorite character is Han. So this photo, this is always my favorite still shot from the movie. So I found it on a Panini sticker from Italy. Graded in a 6, but I still think it's like a pop 1. And I don't think any graded higher. The Disney card, which people have.
That's
from the
beautiful.
channel.
That's really cool.
Kind of like become known.
Now, you found that one graded or you got it graded?
I found this one graded, and people got to be careful because this card is counterfeited.
Oh, it is.
Yes, my aunt actually, saw me post this on Instagram, and my uncle collects baseball cards to an extent, and they're always asking me, "Oh man, what's a cool card?" But she saw me post that on Instagram, and she was like, "Oh, I found some of those. I think I want to buy them." And I was like, "If they're raw, you need to be careful because there are reprints out there. People have reprinted this card, so even if you're buying it graded, you got to be careful because I'm sure back when these were getting slabbed, they might not have been really checking the authenticity of them because they might not have needed to."
Mm-hmm.
So
maybe that's what eBay will help with buyers now if they're doing the authentication with CSG.
And the last one I think I had down here was the Al Pacino autograph.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's an NFL card, too.
Yeah, it's for Don Russ fans of the game.
Oh, is that from 2018?
This one's from 16.
16. Oh, they did it then, too.
I've seen the other ones that are vertical or horizontal, I mean.
I have a Chloe Kim one.
There was a couple I wanted to buy. I wanted to buy the Val Kilmer. But the reason I like Val Kilmer is because of his Doc Holliday character in Tombstone.
Right.
So I wish I could find something that related to Tombstone as just opposed to fan of the game type auto of Val Kilmer. There was a Darius Rucker one that I wanted to buy because he's a Dolphins fan.
Blowfish, right?
Yeah, so he's a Dolphins fan. He's been to the casino like 3 times to play. And, he's just a Dolphins fan, and I think he's fans of the game Miami Dolphins, so I kind of wanted that one. The Muhammad Ali Pro Line cards, I still want those. He's wearing a Dolphins jacket in their autograph. Nice.
Oh, you have it?
I don't have it. That's some stuff that I'm just kind of like wanting to add to my PC, but I keep getting sidetracked. Like I find something else cool and then I buy it instead.
I had the OJ one autographed. I sold it a while ago. I got it graded. I paid like nothing for it, and then I sold it for like 10 times more than what I paid for graded.
Nice. I had a Kobe Bryant auto get graded by BGS, but someone has it right now. Seeing if they can move it for me. That was a 2002 Black Diamond, and that was an Ultimate Collection buyback. And it graded a BGS 9 with a 10 auto. I bought it raw, so I was really happy with that grade. And now someone's looking. I have someone with it right now because they were like, "Do you want me to go ahead and try to move it?" Because they submitted it for me anyway. It was Kenny. Kenny submitted it. He raw card reviewed it for me in Dallas.
Okay.
Because I wanted a raw card review on it before I submitted it for however $200. Because if the auto wasn't going to grade a 10, I didn't want it slabbed. So he raw card reviewed it and then went ahead and got it slabbed. And now he still has it because he says he could probably move it for me. If he doesn't, I'll put it in the showcase in Atlanta. It's not a card that it's a card that I intentionally bought to resell. Mm-hmm. So
here's a question, Steve. What do you predict will be the first card you sell in your display case? I know it's a tough one, but it's a question I wanted to throw out there to you. Just a speculation.
because I have no idea. Let's see. I'm gonna say I believe it's probably gonna be a sports card.
You think so?
Yeah, because I think people are going to start off looking for sports, but as the weekend goes on and they get tired of looking at sports, then they're going to look for other stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
But
you
I'll
know,
be completely wrong.
Friday is like what, like a 5-hour window for a show on Friday, and it's usually mostly dealers. And then Saturday, it's just like straight out of the gate. And then Sunday's kind of dead.
Because the dealers are going to be coming around looking to buy also, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm going to think that a card, I guess it's a mid-level card depending on your budget. I think the first card I sell will be between the $300 and $400 mark.
Okay.
It'll probably be a basketball card. I'm kind of got an idea. I think one of the first cards I might sell might be like this Jason Tatum optic.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Just because it's a good entry level. It's not. It's fairly rare because it is an optic hollow. It's not serial numbered, but it's a card that somebody would want to buy of a popular player that isn't super expensive and that you can actually get a market price on. I mean, I do have this. This is a PSA 9 gold mosaic Jason Tatum.
Okay.
And this is numbered out of 10. This, I don't know what to sell it for. So it's like, this will be one of those things where, it's a gold numbered out of 10. What's the market on it? I know what I paid for it. So as long as I can get what I paid for it, I don't mind moving it.
I'm sure you need to bring, a lot of Hawks stuff too. Since we're in Atlanta. No, Hawks.
Oh, Hawks. Okay, I do. And these might sell quickly, but this is a player. He just came back from injury. And these are actually in here because of it. And these are not going to be very expensive, so these might sell quickly. I have a DeAndre Hunter silver mosaic PSA 10.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he's picking up, definitely.
I have his Prism variation PSA 10.
Oh, nice. Those would be good to bring.
I have a regular Prism silver PSA 9, and this might sell quickly. Maybe a young Hawks fan that walked up to the table, and this probably only being like a $40 card might go quick.
Yeah.
I have I have it on the horizon of him. This is a PSA 9.
Oh, that'll probably sell.
I have another PSA 9 Red Wave courtside.
Courtside, yeah. Those are hot.
And then I have a red PSA 10 select red out of
Look at you, dude. Yeah.
So this is the extent of some of my Atlanta stuff that I have to sell, but with him being a young player that people are not only prospecting on, but probably like for the future of the Hawks. And it's not high end. It's not like I'm asking somebody to pay me thousands for an NT. Mm-hmm. It's affordable stuff that I think will probably move fairly quick.
I love it, man. Yeah, you're going to be a hit, Steve, with all your unique stuff. You got some great sports stuff to throw at everybody, and then you've got your Marvel. I assume you have some Star Wars. And you're going to bring some music cards. Mm-hmm. What else? Am I missing anything else that you're going to bring?
Technically, this is already sold.
That one's already sold, the Dameth?
I sold this on Instagram, but he's going to pay me at Atlanta.
So you're going to bring it with you?
Yeah. Well, it's Dustin.
Oh, it is?
So I bought this at the Raleigh show when I was with him. And we weren't together. We had separated at the show.
Okay.
He had kind of spent the budget that he wanted to spend that day. And then he saw this. But then we were separated from the show, and then I'm walking the show floor, and I saw this, and I'm like, oh, man, I need to get that. So I picked this up. And then when we met back up at the car, I showed it to him, and he was like, oh, my God, I was going to show that to you, and I almost thought about buying it.
Oh, I remember talking about that.
Ever since then, he'll hit me up on a text message or Instagram every now and then and be like, hey, you still have that Namath? I still want that Namath and stuff like that. And I'm like, hey, I still have it. I won't sell it out from under you. So then the other day we were chatting and he was like, how about that Namath? I was like, I got it whenever you're ready to buy it. And we came to terms on it. And he was like, do you want me to PayPal you now or you just want to do it in Atlanta? I was like, we'll just do it in Atlanta. I'm in no rush. What I sold it to him for is going to make or break me, between now
so
and
Dustin's going to drive down there? and
Yeah,
hanging
and
with you? Awesome.
and he'll be there on Thursday. Today, he told me.
Okay.
So yeah, I woke up this morning. I had a text. My phone was texting, and I was like, "Who's texting me at 8:30 or maybe it was 9? I don't know. I was asleep." And I rolled over and I looked, and it was Dustin. It said, and all it said was, "I can't wait for Atlanta." And I was like, back to sleep.
Oh, he's really
And then
that
I texted
excited.
him later, and asked him when he was coming in, and he said Thursday he was driving in. Now
Oh
Thursday
wow.
is dealer setup, right?
Yeah, because I think we're going we're going to Houston too, and next weekend, not this weekend, but the next, and it's like the same kind of schedule. So it's like
So
Friday's
the
like the
dealer,
preview night, and then Saturday's the big one, and then Sunday. But
and so
Sunday's
I'm
always
guessing
dead.
like a dealer setup for Thursday. Does that mean you just go up and set up your tables and put your showcases and stuff out? You don't put your cards in,
No, you
or
put
do
your
you
cards in.
remove? You put your cards in and remove them every day, or
Yes.
do you leave them?
No. Oh God, no, no.
Yeah,
You
that's what I'm
take them.
saying. So if you go in on
They
Thursday,
don't
there's
lock
no,
it up. Yeah.
but I mean, there's no show on Thursday, right? So you just want to kind of set up you just kind of want to set your space up, but you don't want to put your cards out till Friday.
You don't put your cards out till the day of, and then you
Right.
pack it back up, and then you spread them back out on Saturday, and then do the same thing again on
Yeah.
Sunday if you were there on Sunday.
So then Thursday is just kind of like setting up your space, basically.
Yeah, yeah. Thursday's just set up your space if you got shelves and things like that for people who
Yeah.
like wax and you got platforms and whatnot. And that's all you do. And then the Friday one's like a 5-hour show. It's like a preview, and mostly dealers, and then a late
Mhm.
crowd. And you'll have a lot of dealers buying from you, but it's kind of slow. But you get to walk around, and it's not as stressful. And then Saturday, it's just like shit hits the fan. And if it's anything like Dallas, like I sold something at 10 a.m. As soon as it started, I got there around 9. I set up. And as soon as I put the case, the glass down the case, people were right at my table, and I went nonstop until 7 p.m. I never even got to shoot any footage because I was so freaking busy on Saturday.
Yeah. I'm like, and like right now, I'm torn because like I have lots of offers coming in. I did the YouTube video on that Marvel collection I bought, which was kind of just to be like, hey, I bought my first collection. But with it being what it happened to be, I've gotten so much interest in people asking me, are you selling any of that stuff? And I'm getting offers and this, that, and the other. And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, man, I could really sell some of this stuff right now and do well. But I don't want to sell it because I don't want to not have anything to take to the show. I'm like torn between making money now at the peak as opposed to risking it because I want to have nice stuff for my showcase and the stuff, coming down in price by then. And I'm just, or not even having enough inventory on my own. It's like,
you'll be fine, man. I know the feeling. Trust me. I know the feeling.
Have a bronze. I do have a bronze Miles.
That'll be hot. All that stuff's hot. And all the other, like, if you have all those unique other Marvel stuff, then I think people are going to be looking for it because people are going to start looking for alternatives over PMGs or what's the next big thing. So if you've got anything of Marvel inserts that have like numbers, like you said, or shiny, it's going to sell.
I'm surprised.
And the same with Star Wars. Star Wars too, the same thing.
Yeah. My Star Wars stuff, I don't really have any Star Wars stuff to sell. All my Star Wars stuff is the older stuff, and I only ever really bought Star Wars to be in my collection. So I don't even have the room, but even if I did, I doubt I'm bringing that stack of 77 stickers. I doubt I'm bringing my stack of 75 Marvel stickers. Just because that's the stuff that I do collect. Like I said, I'm a collector and a seller. So
yeah, I love your 75 stickers. I found a Morbius PSA 10.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I've seen some PSA 10s. I just because I'm personally collecting them, the PSA 10s would be good, but they're just kind of pricey for me to want to put them away in a box. So I'm happy with the 9s because they're still 9 is still a strong grade on those, and the pops are really low.
Did you get the entire set out of all those?
No, not quite, not yet.
Yeah, they look amazing. I love all those. And I've been trying to find a lot of like the 80s stuff too. like the comic images and everything
Mhm.
of like Spider-Man, and then any of the Marvel characters that are coming out this year, Doctor Strange. And those are hard to find too, especially in the
Yeah.
good grade, because those cuts on them are terrible. It's like someone went over to Kinko's. They hired some, intern to go to Kinko's and
I'm
cut
gonna
them.
look at the. I'm gonna look at some of that 66 Donruss stuff.
Oh, the 66 Donner stuff. Yeah. We had a couple guys at the Dallas show who bought a couple of them and asked me if it was worth it. He had some Spider-Man, the 66 Donruss.
Yeah.
But I think those could be hot too. Definitely good vintage stuff.
Yeah, they'll definitely be like one of those cards that graded high will be good, but in low grades, people probably won't.
And have you also
desirable.
Have you also done any research on the 84 first covers and Secret Wars stickers from like
I've seen some of those stickers.
Or 85?
Well, I'm not sure what stickers I see. I see a lot of stickers that Charles posts on Instagram and things like that. But I've never really looked it up myself, just because I kind of got to limit what I have.
We all do, man.
Yeah, I can only carry so much, and can only spend so much before I start to sell some of it.
Oh, well, okay. Well, we've already been an hour and a half. So, Steve, I know you probably want to go to bed. Or do you stay up? Are you a night owl?
I'm a bit of a night owl, but lately I've been sleeping because my wife has had COVID, so I've had to sleep in the spare bedroom.
Oh, gosh. I feel like everybody has. I have it, and I'm stuck in the doghouse right now, too, dude. I'm in the guest bedroom in my office. So this is – and I've had it since a week now. So she said I can come back to the bedroom this weekend.
But yeah, I think actually my camera is getting ready to die. I'm at like 6%.
I heard mine too. But Steve, thank you for the double feature with me. It was a pleasure having you on Between Two Slabs with Dan, the Great Curator, and me. Mm-hmm. And it was also a huge pleasure having you as my first guest on the premiere of Merleworld After Dark. And I hope that do more shows with you in the future. And I'm looking forward to hanging out with you in Atlanta at the end of February. Just thank you, Steve.
Yeah, man, Atlanta's going to be awesome, man.
We're going to have a great time early, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. And everybody got to see the cards they've already seen, but hey.
Let me get over here. Hold on, Steve. I'm right there. Give me a second. There I am. My camera did die, so Steve, thank you so much. We will hang out. Steve and I will be at the Atlanta show, which is called Culture Collision.
Yes.
Check Steve out on Instagram at Steve. No, is it flipping_Steve, right? Flipping_Steve. And check out his YouTube show on Flipping Steve as well. I've been watching him for almost 2 years. You should too, guys. Yeah, everyone, take care. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.
See you guys. Thanks again.